This demonstration covers creating zones, interfaces, and network policies. Zones are a convenient model for configuring and managing enforcement on the firewall. The default zones include LAN, WAN, DMZ, VPN, and Wi-Fi. By default, the XG firewall blocks traffic in between zones until we create explicit policies that are applied to allow desired traffic. Let's take a look at an example scenario where an administrator may need to add or configure an interface. In this example, the administrator has been asked to allow contractors working in the building to connect to an interface which allows for internet connectivity. Let's take a look at how to do this on the XG firewall. Creating a zone is relatively simple. Navigate to Network and Zones, and then we'll go ahead and click Add. We'll give it a name. We'll designate it as either LAN or DMZ type zone, and we'll specify which services we want to allow from this zone. And once we're satisfied, we'll go ahead and click Save. Now let's create a firewall rule to allow traffic in between the new zone and the WAN. We'll start off by clicking Firewall on the menu. We'll go ahead and click Add Firewall Rule in the top right, and we'll select User or Network Rule. Let's go ahead and give the rule a name. We'll select Contractors as the source zone, and then we'll go ahead and set WAN as the destination zone. We'll deselect Match Known Users, and we'll go ahead and select Scan HTTP as well as Sandstorm. Here we can go ahead and select any security policies that we want to apply. And once we're satisfied, we'll go ahead and click Save. Our firewall rule has now been created. Next, we'll navigate to Network and Interfaces on the menu. Interfaces are a fundamental networking element on the firewall. They include both our physical interfaces, as well as bridges, link aggregation, integrated Wi-Fi networks, RED devices, and other types of network interfaces. Note that by default, port 1 should be LAN and port 2 should be WAN. The existing configured ports show us their connection status and IP ranges. Let's go ahead and click port 3 to configure it. First, we'll specify a zone for the interface, and in this case we'll select Contractors. Next, we'll enter in an IP address and net mask, and we'll go ahead and click Save. On the confirmation prompt that appears, we'll go ahead and hit Update Interface. Next, we'll go ahead and bridge two ports together. And to do this, we'll click Add Interface and Bridge. Let's go ahead and call this My Bridge. Let's select ports 4 and 5 as the two ports that we want to bridge together. Both of them are located in the LAN zone. Let's give the bridge port an IP address and net mask. Once that's all completed, we'll go ahead and click Save. On the confirmation prompt that appears, we'll go ahead and click Add Bridge. Lastly, we would be required to go back to the firewall rules and create a firewall rule that allows traffic in between the two bridge zones. In this demonstration, we created a new zone, we configured an interface, we added a new bridge interface, and we created firewall rules to allow the new zone to access the WAN, as well as to allow the bridge zones to communicate.